Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. This is my 150 hours of chess. And yeah, today will be same as yesterday, that I will play half an hour of tactics and then an hour and a half of chess. And let's start. Yeah, I figured out yesterday that the um puzzle I can play, the free puzzle I can play is like 3 in the chess.com, and then the rest I will do it on chess. Can you make a bishop move that attacks my king with checkmate? I feel like here. You can play checkmate in one move. Can you make the game ending queen move with the help of my bishop? Okay. Um, I mean, none of the bishop and the queen could attack the king at the moment, so I'll have to remove some of the things protecting in front of the king. Um, One thing that I'm thinking is that if I move the bishop to here and then take this pawn, then the rook could directly take it. And then the queen moved to the back rank. That will be a checkmate. However, if they take it with king, no, they can't take it with king. Wait, actually, they can take it with king. So I guess is to make it can't take it with king, drop the queen to this rank, and then that should solve the problem. No, it wasn't the way forward, but you can give it another try. Like here. Why? Oh, oh, this is an easy. This is an easy one. So, queen is protected by the bishop. Take the h7 pawn, and then that will directly checkmate the king. In this mating one, can you move your queen to attack my king with support from your pawn? Okay. I mean, my first thought would be just here. And now move on to the chess. What's happened here? It's my turn as white. They moved the king, took my pawn. That's fair. That's my first thought. Just move the rook, give it a check. Though I might, so the knight is control these. That rook could take it. This currently don't have a good position to go. Yeah, another thought would just push my pawn to here. And that will give it a check. And these two space is attacked by my knight. Or I can try to move my knight to control this space. So when my pawn push up, the king have to move. And then if I move my rook, they could escape. Wait, actually, I don't need to move this pawn because this square is already protected by this. So I could just move the knight to here, control this space. This space is controlled by my pawn. And then I can just move my rook to give it a check. No, that is not what I think. I mean, if I don't do that, if I do that, no, actually, this can't take it. But what is the point? Another thought would be move my knight to here, attacking the bishop. But they can just move. I can move the pawn up to attack for the knight. That is not. This is not. This is also not. Okay, why? Why do I do this? I see. So if I move the knight here, that could either attack the bishop or control the space here. And then what? That is also not what I think. I mean, it's... Wait. The knight is protecting here, which means I can push my rock here. And then if I push my rock here, I can take the bishop for free. I see. So if I follow my previous step, like my knight move down to here, what would be they likely to do? I think they'll probably drop the bishop to here because that would be protected by the knight. And then if I give it a check, then the king would move to here. But in that case, here is the knight, here is the bishop, and here is the rock. And my knight will be here, and my rock will be here. I can understand what they're thinking. So move the king. So it's like try to use the tactic to win 3 pieces. So now it's my turn as black. I have a few pawns. Have a bishop taking here. This is under attack. Also, it's protected by their bishop. Here's a rock. Also attacking my bishop. And this is my rock. I mean, I definitely want to take this, because, and then I could just take the b file pawn. Though that will be taken by the king if I do that. I felt like a smart choice would be chase the king out of the place so that I can take it. If I take, their king take, and then I do this to check the king, and then their king move, then I can take their rock. So in that case, I should be 1 bishop up. Black use the knight to take the queen. Now it's my turn as white. I mean, smart choice, like obvious choice will be use the bishop to take the knight. That would also support my opponent. But as you can see, I'm already down one queen. And their queen and king are in a position that could be a fork. How to get to that position though? I think it's here. Yeah, I feel like that is too much work. They probably be able to move that before I do that. Another thing I can see is a back rank check mate. They pushed the pawn to attack my queen. Now it's my turn to move as white. Feel like ideally we want to take this, or we want to move the queen. I mean, this is not safe because of bishop. This is not safe because of the queen, or pawn could take it. I could drop back. Or another thing is that I could do this, give the king a check, and then obviously they could do this. I'll be in bigger trouble, I imagine. If I can't move the queen, can I just take it? They will take back with rock. Then my knight will be under attack. I currently don't have a... It's not supported at the moment. But I could use my rock, give the king a check. They will have to take it with another rock. If I take it, they take with queen. I will be down pieces. It seems like either take it or not take it is not a good idea. I mean, I can, if I move to here, that would be challenging their queen for a trade. I feel like that would probably be the best choice that I have. No, they don't think so. Why? I can't see. Oh, I just realized. Wait, no. I mean, I can push my pawn up, but they can just directly take it. And even though I take the bishop, they can just move the queen. And it's not worth it. And then drop back, drop the other way. Drop this way. I think I need some hint. Okay, they suggest to move the rock. I previously think this won't work. This one, I don't think it worked as well because that position is not protected by any of my pieces. And this way, it's not great. Like, see, all of this space is controlled by my opponent. And even though I move it to here, they can still take the queen. I feel like this one might be what they are saying. Oh, they take it, and then I can take the rock to move it, and the king can't take it. And also, that's a checkmate. Man, I completely not see this. That means I have to sacrifice my rock to give it a checkmate. That's quite cool though. Okay, it's my turn as black. They are sort of proposing a queen trade. I mean, I can take it, and then they use a knight to take back. Or I can do this, and then after they take it, I can take the queen with my bishop. Will there be any crazy stuff I could do? I mean, currently I have my knight out, and they are threatening it. Or I can bring this rock out. Or like both of these squares is not good square for my knight, and also the knight is protecting the bishop. I mean, if I can get rid of the knight, then this square is not protected. But also, if I take the knight, they could just take my queen. Yeah, I suppose that is not what they're thinking. Yeah, I don't know. if my knight goes here, and then after the queen take, my knight could take this, and also taking the bishop. But that is, they will probably either protect it or drop it to here. How about I do this? This? Yeah, I need a hint. Okay, move the rock. So if I move to here, they take, I take, that is a win. If I've got move my rook to here, they take, I take. Oh, I see. I'll still be up one piece. That's quite nice. Yeah, it's quite cool. I think it's the last one. As black. This is not protected. Wait, no, this is protected by the queen. First, my pieces here. I could take the rock. However, if they drop down, that would be a back rank checkmate. If I go to here, there are two ways. They could drop the bishop, which they probably won't, or they could move the king. And then what can I do? And then probably move the rock. Or leave a space open just to prevent back rank checkmate. They dropped the queen. I think, I mean, trade is not that fair because they have two piece, I have two piece. Drop it down to, no, I can't because it's protected. But if I take this and then drop it down to here, that would attack bishop and rook at the same time. They don't think so. If I go down to here, that could give it another check. But that don't give me anything. And they could easily push a pawn to chase me out of the position. I can't think of a good place to go. I mean, another thought would be here, attacking both. But they could also just simply do this. And I can't do anything about it. if I trade the queen and then I can take the rock, that would be one up. Oh, that's hard. Oh, yeah, I think I am going to play the chess for today. They pushed the queen's pawn. I mean, my next thought would be move the knight out. See what they're doing. They're protecting theirs. I'm just gonna move this out. I think my next would be move the bishop out. Interesting. So they are attacking this 4 squares, which means that my knight can't come out now. For this 2 squares, it's protected. Not too worried. I reckon I'll still get my bishop out and then push my pawn out. And then I'm thinking about chasing it out of the place. Okay. I have a few thoughts. This pawn up, attacking it, and also, yeah, blocking. So after that, it could be drop back, or it could take it. If they take it, I will take it with knight, also challenging the knight. And then taking it with pawn if needed. Okay, they do that. I take. They drop back. I'm gonna develop my bishop, prepare for the castle. They get their knight out. So now I think it's time. Well, it's time to get my knight out. But the square I usually go to is blocked by a pawn. The good thing is that this is still protected by the C and E file pawn. I'm gonna go for the castle now. They push their pawn out. One thing I can do, well, I can't do now. I reckon the next step, they'll probably push this pawn to challenge, but also I can just take. After they take, I mean, I can either take with bishop or with knight. So I'm thinking about bringing this knight out. Yep. Take it with knight, also challenging their knight. What did they take? Oh, okay. So now both of these is under attack. I reckon if they take, I can take it with queen. That is a fair trade. But if they take the rock, actually, I can just drop my bishop down to take it. They get their queen out, attacking these two space. It's protected, and this is protected by the king, and this is protected by the FL pawn. Even if I lost this pawn, that would open the space for the rock, and then the king can't do the castle anymore. My other thought would be move my queen out to here and just stop it from castle, and also could start to attack. They get their rock out. Did I get myself into a very awkward space? One thing is, I guess I can move my bishop to here, but also their bishop is watching this space as well. Taking this is not smart. Can't go here, not here. Maybe here? No, the bishop. Here the queen, not this. Don't want to trade. I mean, I'll probably just drop back. Okay, they try to challenge me. If I push this up, that would also challenge them. Because it have, well, this doesn't count. It have 3 protectors, so that should be fine. One thing I really want to do is, seeing the king is quite vulnerable here, and I really want to get rid of this. I feel like I'm gonna push it up just to get rid of this. It moved down, so now it's sort of doing this. I reckon one thing I can do is just take this and try to take the rock. Another thing would be, and then so these 2 pawns will be separate. Surely they're gonna react to this. And after that, I think I'm gonna push my h-file pawn up. They connected, but still, a bishop trade for a rock is still worth it, I reckon. And then I can start to give it a check and see how that will go. Then I can bring this rock in, and even if the queen take it, I can still take back with my rock. And then I am thinking about bringing my knight up. So is that a space that I can utilize to check? I mean, it's a sort of, yes. Also, I just realized if I move my queen to here, they have to do that, and oh, this is protected by the queen. That's very annoying. Yeah, I'll try to involve the knight into the game. Take it, we'll give it a check, but also it's watched. Another thing I'm thinking would be here. And then so now here is the real question. I mean, I can move down to here, give it a check. And then doing a queen trade and see how that will go, because I am up one pieces. Well, not only one pieces. Okay, going down to here doesn't actually give me anything. But if I'm down to here, that would, no, that won't. I mean, I can try to challenge the queen and see how that goes. Or I can drop my queen, attacking the king and the rock at the same time. They do that, which is not the smart choice. That would be a checkmate, I reckon. Okay, they protected that space now. I still want to move it? I feel like involve the rock into the game. They take, I take. That's a check. Okay, so now I have to think. I mean, next step, I'll probably move the knight away so that I can get my rock out. They can't do anything about it. I will line my rock up here. Okay. I mean, I can just trade and then they will take, king will take it. Okay. So now I'm just gonna try to, that will protect the rock. Gonna take this and then move my pawn up. Run out of time. I feel like this could be a quite solid game, though I run out of time. Yeah, I really need to get faster. I think next step, I'll probably do Italian opening. I think this is Italian, but I'm not 100% sure. Wait, what? Okay, they get another knight out to attack my pawn. I'm gonna get my knight out to protect it. They got the queen out. I think they're gonna do some fancy shit. Okay, that's interesting, because that would block the queen's way out. Anyway. They got the bishop out. Just gonna take it. Okay, they now move the queen more out. Okay. I feel like I could challenge the knight. Or I can just move it to here. They push the pawn up. Probably just, if I take it, they'll take it back. And then I can take it. But or another thing is that I push this up. If they take, I take, then they could take. Too hard. I'm just gonna do this. Okay. Sort of classic. I mean, I could continue trading, or I could just save my knight. One thought would be getting my knight here to attack the queen and see how they will react. Though it doesn't actually give me much. They tried challenging my bishop. I'm gonna let them challenge. But now it's time to push random pawn. We're quite equal. We both down 2 bishop. Their position is still fairly solid, and most of them are protecting each other. So they move it here. I mean, this is protected. These 2 are protected. I'm not too worried. I think it's more of try to move according to my move. I think if I can do this, that could also be quite nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to see how they will react. They probably have to move the queen. But if they could leave me this, I will do a vlog. Other than that, I reckon I will start to get my rock out. They move the queen. Okay. And then I'm gonna move this. Forgot flake. Oh, can't go here. Can't go here. Here, could be a good space. Here, no. Here, no. Here will probably be worse. Yeah. Nothing could take it, so I'll probably just do this. Okay. They attack me again. This way, I mean, here could be a good. Oh, here would be a good one because that would also give them a check. They are also setting themselves up for a back rank checkmate. Can't go here. Can't go here. Yeah, I feel like I will go here. But also, this pawn is not protected. If I can move this, the knight will be also hanging. Okay. I did set myself up for that, didn't I? Yeah, I'll let my knight be taken. That would be quite annoying. Yeah, unfortunate. But if they take this, I can take this. They didn't take it, which means I will have time to run out. Here not smart. They're not smart. They're not smart. But I think my computer is a bit. Yep, I save my knight. Control the space. And do this. That's a check. I mean, another thing is that I can use my queen to take it. And then if they do that, I can take it with my knight. They don't even do that. Now it's time to take it. They're also watching this, but there is no other pieces watching it. They could move their rock. Which is protected by the knight. They're challenging my queen. And this is a good time for me to move this. I felt like I could give a check. They will have to drop the queen or the bishop. Feel like now is a good time to just throw away things so that by the end of the game I have enough pawn to be develop a queen. They push a pawn out. But black one. Why? Oh, my computer. Oh well, I guess it's what it is. Am I just gonna stay 200 for quite a while now? Surely I'm gonna win that one. Next one. That is not normal move. Knight out fair. Protect my pawn. Next step will be develop my bishop. I wonder what do they get this out for? They try to attack my bishop. Or knight. I mean, I can just take it. Let's make the game easy. Okay. Now we have a problem. Like, I could have pushed the pawn for that position. Okay, that's good that they didn't take it. If they take it, I also lost the protection for this pawn, and then the knight could take it. They are probably setting it up for this. Would be what I reckon. I'm not gonna change that, but I'm gonna get my queen out. I am thinking about trying to do this. That will prompt them to do that. I reckon I'll just drop it back. Yeah, I feel like this would be the best position. I mean, I could also just take it, but that would help them develop their queen, which is not what I want. They push their pawn up, lead the way of bishop out. I'm thinking about doing this. So that would control all these squares. These will be controlled. What would be a good thing to do now? I'll probably start to push the pawn up. No, actually, this is, I'll push this. Also thinking about getting the rock into the middle. What else could I do? Oh, I mean, one thing would be what am I gonna do next? Maybe move this to the center. That's an interesting move. Okay. Feel like what can I do next? Probably it's time to get rid of this now. Move my knight back, protecting this, and so I can push this up. Wonderful. They've also blocked their way out. Cool. knight. Getting my knight. Can't get my knight out now. I mean, best idea would be get rid of this pawn, but it's a bit awkward. Probably just push my pawn up. And it's protected by the bishop. Don't have to worry about the knight too much. I will take. They take. I take. They'll probably take one of those. Probably do this. What is that up to? I think it's these here. I mean, this is protected by the king, and these. I mean, the other thing is that I can move it to here. If they take me, I'll just take them. Oh! I didn't see that! So annoying. They're probably gonna move this as well. Okay, they didn't. It's connected. But, I mean, it's already end game. So, get my knight out. Thinking about going to here. I hope they take. If they take, I take. That might give me a backrank checkmate if they're not thinking. They abandon the game. I'm not 100% sure what does this move up to. But honestly, I can move it to here. That would threaten the queen and also threaten to give it fork. because they moved the knight here away. I mean, it's fine staying here because it's like protected. Okay, next, thinking about maybe do this. See how that goes. Otherwise, what else? The classic opening. This written for this. So like, I might do something about it. Just have a queen out to protect it. They have their queen out as well. I might push the h-file pawn next. Okay, their next move is the knight. I mean, I'll probably just take it. And then move my knight. And this is protected by the bishop. This is protected by the queen. Move my knight. Thinking about coming to here. But that won't get me any position because nothing here. To drop it back. Now, I reckon I'll start to push pawn. They push a pawn up. I mean, probably drop back. Not here, not here. Here could be a position, or here. So depends on if they take it or not. So I'll either go here or go here. Okay, I guess I'll go here. But if I goes to here, they take, I take, they take, then I'll have to move my knight again. Now I think it's safe to push it up. That's really awkward because I don't have much space. So now they can just push this up. And then, okay. I'll probably do this. I think they are thinking about doing this. And if I do this, they do this. I mean, I can do this, but it's not worth it. I reckon I'll still take. They directly take with bishop. In that case, I think it's fair to just do a trade. So now I feel like maybe it is safe to get my bishop out of it. Here will be the classic. I could drop. Otherwise, these two are not good position. Could have dropped to here. Okay, that's... Yeah, I was originally thinking about getting my queen to here. But then realized the knight has controlled that square. I mean, I'll push the pawn up next. Think it's a good time to challenge the queen. They move it up. So now you can see the bishop is not watched. But also I'm risking if I accidentally move the pawn up or move it away, that would risk it. So I'm thinking about moving my queen to here. If they keep pushing, I still have this, this, this. They move it to here. What would be the reason? Right here? Or are they gonna move the knight? They move the queen away, which means the knight is not protected anymore. Next, I could take the bishop, or I could take this pawn. And then I could get my bishop up. So now these are protecting each other. This is in danger. Do I have a way to move it? Yeah, I'll probably just drop it. Yeah, I could bring it to here. Also, I can see that the queen is protecting that as well. It's not as easy. But still, if I can bring my queen up to protecting it. If the rook take my pawn, I can take it back with my pawn. They will probably take it. And then move this. That's gonna be interesting. So here, what's happening? I sort of blocked my way. But I really want to get to some position so that I can check. I am thinking about challenging the queen so that I can bring my rook out to the open file. Okay, they doing that. I still can't move. If I move this, then my rock will be hanging. One thing is that I can try to involve the bishop out. Maybe I can do this. They try to prevent me doing that. I mean, so these will be checked. And then, I mean, they can push the pawn up. But anyway, this is not protected. It goes down to here. I can try to do this. They didn't see it. Finally, my first win. Okay. I mean, one thing, I can take their pawn. Or I can get my queen up to protect. But that will block my way of bishop. I reckon I'll just develop for now. If they take, I'll just take back. Interesting. Get my knight out to protect the two squares. So now I reckon I might just take their second pawn. They get their rock out pretty fast, which is interesting. Why not? I wonder what they'll do next. Feel like might be this. If they drop to here, that's gonna be a bit awkward. It's interesting. They move both of their rock. I guess they're not gonna do castle. Okay. I'm thinking about drop it back. Because otherwise there aren't many interesting plays. I will get my bishop out. I think it would be a good trade. Okay. So now, I reckon that I'll probably do this, and then I'll get my bishop into the center, get my queen out slightly, and then I'll start to push pawn. It's probably the first time that my opponent using more time than I do. Because I always take a lot of time thinking. I wonder what they will do next. Okay, they move the king. Are they gonna do this? Or what is the... My next move probably be this, but that would be 1, 2, 3. And my one will just be 1. Probably not worth it to challenge that. Could get my rock out. Or actually I'm gonna get this to the center first. So if this do happen, I will have this. So they do thinking about this. There. What can I do, honestly? I mean, I can try to just take some pawn. They'll give it a check, but no one's watching it. Oh, actually, this is watching it. Can't do this because that is right. Yeah, I'm thinking about this. What are they doing? So they kind of have this space. This is watched by a pawn. All the rest is protected by my queen, so I don't have to worry about it too much. If I do this, they either move the king or take it. If they take it, I take it back with my bishop. And it's nothing protecting it. Okay, they didn't. In that case, I mean, I can just do place it here, but also I can try to fork it. The best move for them will be take it, and then I can take it with my pawn. That's interesting. So now I'm going to try to move it back. I feel like here would be a good place because nothing's watching. Oh, it is. They didn't see this. Oh, that should be fine. Okay. That will give it a check. But also, I'm quite up a lot of pieces, so it's very fair trade for a knight for a rock. I reckon I'll do this. I remember it's like a opening, but I can't exactly remember what that opening is and what to do about it. I think next step, I'm gonna get my knight out. So both of my pawn will be protected by the knight. And after that, I reckon here would be a good place to go, because if I got my bishop to here, that could just directly let them develop the pawn. I mean, I could go to here, which challenge it, or I can wait until they do it. I mean, if I get it out now, that will block the way. But I'm gonna develop the knight first. Okay, that's challenging it. I could take it, they will take it, or I could let them take me, and then take it here. Yeah, I'll let them take me, but I'll give it a check first. Then I don't remember something. If I down to here, they push it back, then it's gonna be very awkward for me. But let me attack the bishop first. This is protected, this is protected, and now this is not protected. Can do a trade. I mean, interesting. They're not gonna take it. I'm gonna drop it back. There's space here, here, here. And that means, I mean, I could get my queen out, just preventing, and then try to chase it. I try to use two things to do. I mean, I could develop. No, there's nothing I could actually do about it. I mean, I do have two defenders. Though I don't want to, or you mean that could be taken. I don't want to trip my queen for that, but if it does happen, I'm willing to use my rock to trade. And then my king will be quite exposed, be in a bad position. But we'll figure it out after that. I did do that. Which is quite annoying. Because oh, I could have taken it. No, I didn't. I didn't saw that. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. This will give it a check. And I mean, I can still castle after that. No, I can't castle anymore. Okay. In that case, I feel like I'm gonna support this. Seeing that my knight have been taken, that these will be nicely supporting it. The good thing is that they block the rock in. That try to challenge. I mean, it's fair for me to go for a trade, seeing that I'm one knight up. And yeah, so now it's time to bring the rest two pieces out. That would okay, nothing is immediately threatening. One thing I can do, I'll probably just push this up for a bit. And then I think I'll bring my king out and then bring the rook in and then tuck the king back. So now it's a bit annoying. I mean, I can take, or if they take me, that would actually give me a better, slightly better position. Feel like I could get my rock out to here. And Or, you know, I could just start to push my pawn up and see how that goes. If they go for a trade, that's totally fine. I reckon I'll just start to push my pawn up. They're moving it to here, threatening to take it. After that, I'm gonna move my queen. No, I can't move it to there, but I can move it to here. If I move it to there, then the bishop is not watched. That's a quite awkward situation. If I move it to here, that would also protect it. I would want to get rid of this, so my knight could get out. And going to take the resign. I feel like that's very classic. I can't exactly remember what was that. They try to do that. Develop the knight, attacking the pawn, and if they do want to take it, I mean, that's fine that I moved my king and lost. Fuck. I didn't see that coming. Well, I should have, but I didn't. So I think I'm gonna get this knight out and just control the center, sort of. And then after that, I reckon I'll just muscle. Do I want to get the knight out? Well, I'll do puzzle first, and then try to chase this. A knight. If I do this, I can do this. And if they take that, I'll have time to move my knight back. But if they take this, I can't do anything about that. Well, I guess this. Maybe what I'm gonna do. I think I'll just do this. I think what they try to do is this. But if the knight goes to here, then I'll just take it. I'm gonna get the bishop out. Maybe not that out. Yeah. Because if I get it to here, they could just push the pawn to here and attacking the bishop and the knight. They got the knight out. And then I'm gonna push this pawn. But they are attacking. Okay, interesting. interesting. I reckon I'm just gonna take it. And where my knight should go. I mean, here and here. Here would probably be the worst choice. Go here, knight take, pawn take, and that. Probably be a better idea. If they don't, I could just take it and give it a check. And I could go to here. Depends on what they take. I'll either drop this back. Or, you know, I could maintain just to take it. And then drop this back. Or I could have used the queen to give it a check. So now I'm sort of up the queen. That's one thing. Okay, they do that. That's fair. Then I can move my bishop here to challenge the bishop. They can't take it back, but they see that coming. I think now I'm just gonna push pawn. They take, I take, and then I'm gonna take the rock. If they don't take, I'll just move it here. I feel like now would be a good idea to start to include the queen, get rid of the pawns here, and start to turn on the pawn. Well, this support too, so let's start with this. Okay, this is protected by the bishop, so I'm gonna take this. Okay, I can just push this pawn up. Oh, damn! I was hanging. Oh, well. Didn't realize I was hanging my... They try to attack that, which is fair, I guess. Queen could drop to here. That would control this space. And then if I can bring my rock out to here, then my queen could drop to here. And that would be a checkmate. They're thinking. After I develop that to a queen, I think I'm gonna drop this first. And then I'm gonna drop it. Okay, they run their king away. I'm glad that they didn't just quit the game. Oh, I'm gonna take this first. And then I reckon they will take it here, but it doesn't matter because my king, my queen will give it a check. And then that could win the rock here. So now we're thinking about how to, they try to threaten my queen. If I drop it to here, take it, it will control Okay. I feel like I could log out now and then get my clean out. Oh, wow. What a game. But yeah, that would be today. Um, Thank you so much for watching. I played a bit tactics and then played a few games, and by the end of today I was at 412. So I'll see you next Monday.